Get rich fast with csgofast.com.
ESL Pro League Finals Day 3, is it day 3 or this day 4? Day 3 or 4, depending on if you want to take the travel day. And it has actually come to a close. We do have our two finalists, Luminosity and now G2, quite surprisingly to say the least. But yeah, let's talk about the group stage at least a little bit first, because you met Luminosity in the first round there and you played on terrain. And I remember that you guys did a comeback, a pretty big one, from like 11-4 in the first half. Just talk me through that map a little bit. How were you guys able to do that?
It was like we really started like bad the game, you know, like we were just not in and we were just maybe too much stressed, or I don't know. So we were losing just 8-0, but hopefully we just managed to get at least 4 rounds. So at least 4 rounds, if you take the pistol, you can still bounce back. So then yeah, City we get the pistol one, and I think their mistakes on this game were like they wanted to crush us about the economy money, because in the first NTECO it was like a 1v1 we won, and so they decided to force it again because they wanted to crush our economy. But the thing is, like, they didn't win this round, and so by doing this, like, we just had the whole side the advantage in the money cycle, and I think it really helped us a lot.
So what about OpTic then? How much did you actually know about them, considering they're quite a new team?
You mean Luminosity?
No, OpTic after that.
Well, we didn't know anything about them, and we just played our game, and it just felt well. Nothing special.
Okay, do you think getting from the first seed helped you guys? Because fnatic now here with Wentan, obviously they aren't probably in their full force without Olfmeister. Do you think that helped you, or were you looking forward to meeting fnatic rather than maybe an IP?
No, yeah, I think definitely like it helps us. Like, of course, let's be honest, like they are less strong than with all of Meister, that's true. So, and an IP were really good looking like this kind of weeks now, or even months. So yeah, I think it was a good pickup for us that we played them at this moment, and we just had to conclude it, you know, and we did it, so that's good.
Yeah, you did do it, but after the first map, I can imagine that you guys kind of had that in the back of your mind on the third one, because that was kind of a similar story. I think you were up like 14-7 or something like that, and then they started coming back. Was that ever in the back of your mind? Were you ever afraid that it was going to come?
I was not afraid at all on train. I was more afraid about not finding the solution, because we started to use what we have, you know, and nothing passed. So I was just afraid about, okay, so what is going on for the next round? We need to find something, because our game right now just doesn't fit for them and they are just blocking it. So that's why we made a tactical timeout, and after it, like, we just spoke together, and yeah, we found a new idea and it works. So I'm really proud about it, because it's a thing like we could not do before, I think. Like, just adapt ourselves, you know, when everything getting bad. So yeah, that's a good feeling that you can adjust your game and just play and just adapt yourself to the enemy.
So now that you're the in-game leader, do you think that puts more pressure on yourself to be able to find those kind of counterplays to whoever is doing?
Not really, because how I'm in-game leading is like I mean, everyone knows when I take the lead, it can work, but generally, like, it was 2 or 3 months, and then I'm going to be pissed about it, and I just can't feel it anymore, you know. So the thing, by getting the lead, I didn't want to make the same mistakes as before, and that's why my lead is like, I'm not a 100% leader in, like, I'm gonna make the directive, you know, making the strategies and stuff, but I give, especially to Scream and Smith, a lot of responsibilities in the round and also outside the game, so I don't have everything on my shoulder, you know. I have the principal one, but they help me a lot.
Okay, so talking about Luminosity in the grand final, as I said before, you actually beat them on train before in the group stage. What are you looking to achieve there in the best of 3 now that it's going to go to a series?
Isn't the best of 5?
I think it's a best of 3. I'm not 100% sure. I've heard it was a best of 5, but I don't think it is.
Well, I don't know, because if it's a best of 5, it changed a lot, because we still are a new team with Body, and we didn't have the time to practice every map as much as we wanted. So the thing is, like, if it's a best of 5, they're gonna have the advantage on the maps, because we will have to play some maps we are weak on. So that's gonna be hard. But if it's a best of three, then we might have a better chance, I guess.
So is that worrisome to play against Luminosity, who are known to have a very strong map pool? They pretty much just veto cash and then play everything else. Even though, are you looking to pick Train? Are you looking to play Train because of their that's probably their second worst map right now?
I don't know. I don't have any strategy at the moment. Like for this event, I didn't want to put too much pressure in my head, and about the enemies, what should I pick and stuff. And I'm just doing it in the feeling when I got the paper around me, what I want to play. So I think it's working at the moment. So I think I'm gonna do the same tomorrow.
Okay. Now we obviously have to kind of touch on WESA as well. It has been announced yesterday, the World Esports Association. What are your thoughts on it as one of the members actually? What are your thoughts on the message? On what do you think it could be able to provide for the community right now?
Actually, I really honestly don't know anything about it. I'm not really in. I just Get just told me like 2 days ago about it. So I really don't know about it. But the thing is, that's a good thing. I think we need it. Like in every sport you see, generally they have a federation like this. Now it will depend in how they will do it. For example, for me, I think we need more rules because we have too much like different events, and from an event to another, it's sometimes not the same rules, not the same map pool. When there is a new map, something like this. We also need definitely a period for a transaction player, like in football, because the thing is like sometimes you don't have like this transfer period, when you can maybe change a team and stuff, and that's really sometimes stupid because some organizations are paying so much money because it's in the season, and in the contract. So there is also a problem like this. And overall, I just hope this federation will help a lot the players and just build something like regular with rules and something good for both parts.
So do you think it's a little worrisome that only ESL is in that association as of right now? Do you think it's even going to be even possible for other organizations to come in, considering their different ideas about how to run events?
That's the big things, and I don't have the answer. But yeah, definitely the best thing will be like everyone just to go in one. That will be the best, in my opinion.
Okay, thank you very much for the interview. Do you have any last words, maybe shout-outs to fans, sponsors, family?
I would like to thank every person who trusts us, because I know sometimes we had a lot of criticisms on us, especially when we kicked Existence, or when Smith didn't have a good time and stuff. And sometimes people were really rude. Especially with him, and I'm not saying this because it's his friends. Like even with Devil, for example, from Envious, he's receiving a lot of hate. Of course, you will always have hate, but I think these two players didn't deserve what they received from the community. It was too hard, and sometimes it was just I don't know how to say it, but it was too bad, too hurt, too painful. And so for the people who really follow us since long time, big thanks, and I hope it will just not be like a one shot or whatever. Like even if we win or if we lose, I don't care. I'm still really happy with what we showed at this event, and I think that's a principal main goal we achieved today. So just hopefully it won't be the single one, and we're gonna still work and hope to come back in the top 10.
Okay, so good luck tomorrow in the final. Thank you very much again. This has been shox from the day 4 at ESL Pro League finals. We're going to come back tomorrow, definitely with the winners interviews, so stay tuned to hltv.org.